All right, this is alcanzar, to reach, to achieve, or to attain, preterite forms. Now, how are we going to remember that alcanzar means these three things? Well, Al can reach his goals, or Al can achieve his goals, or Al can attain his goals. Get that? Al, Al. Thought that was clever. All right, now I'm going to say each of these forms in English and Spanish and then clap. And after I clap, I'd like you to repeat both the English and the Spanish with me. All right. I reached. Yo alcancé. I reached. Yo alcancé. You, friend, achieved. Tú alcanzaste. You, friend, achieved. Tú alcanzaste. He attained. Él alcanzó. He attained. Él alcanzó. We reached. Nosotros alcanzamos. We reached, nosotros alcanzamos, and they achieved, ellos alcanzaron. They achieved, ellos alcanzaron. Now, it does end in E, A-S-T-E-O, A-M-O-S, A-R-O-N, which is what you expect, because it's a preterite AR verb. And the yo form has an accent, and the he form has an accent, which is what you'd expect. Remember I said the most important chant in Spanish too? If it ends with an E, it was done by me once with an accent. If it ends with an O, it was done by Joe once with an accent. But I want you to notice, the yo form is tricky and regular. Now, why is the yo form the only form that's tricky or regular? Because it's used the most, which you've kind of learned. What's the only form of ear, ser, and a star that is a Y? The yo form, because it's used the most. What's the only form of tener, hacer, and poner that is a G? The yo form. So if only one form of the verb is irregular, it's going to be the yo form. Now, how are we going to remember to chop off the Z-A-R and add C-E? Notice we just didn't chop off the A-R and add E-D. We chopped off the Z-A-R, zar, and we added C-E. Everybody say, that's bizarre. I'll say. That's bizarre, I'll say. So you chop off the Z-A-R and you add C-E. Now we've seen Z turn into C before. We've seen pez, fish, turn into peces. We've seen dieciséis turn into dieciséis. In Spanish, it's pretty common to have the letter Z turn into C. Now this is a member of a group of verbs that I call car-gar-zar verbs. Now if you want to see or learn more, just type in car-gar-zar verbs, and I've got lots of clips. Notice, alcanzamos in the present tense means we reach, and alcanzamos in the past tense mean we reached. What is the only form of an AR verb that's the same in the present and the past, the we form? How are we going to remember that? Everybody, we keep our letter. Everybody, we keep our letter. Okay. Hopefully you now understand alcanzar in the preterite. Great.